Welcome to the CITL Canvas minicasts. These brief screencasts are designed to help you choose the appropriate settings for Canvas tools. This particular screencast describes how to set up extra credit assignments to calculate the way that you expect them to calculate. So first off, when you're deciding how it is that you will enter your extra credit into Canvas, the first consideration is whether or not you are weighting your grades. You can see our other Canvas minicast for how to make that decision and when it is you should use either of those options. But I will show you how to do extra credit in either of those situations because it is a different process. First of all, if you are not weighting your grades, so for instance, if your class is already worth 1,000 points and you chose not to weight your grades within Canvas, then this is a fairly simple process. All you need to do is create an extra credit assignment. So we'll create one. We're going to call it extra credit. And you make that assignment worth 0 points. And you can put it in any of your existing groups. So I'm going to put this in the participation group. Then I can go ahead and save and publish that assignment. And when we go back to our main assignments page, you'll see that there's an extra credit assignment worth 0 points. Then when you're ready to enter that extra credit into Canvas, you just go and you add however many points you want to add to that assignment. So in this instance, with my entire course being worth 1,000 points, if I were to give 10 points extra credit, that will give a 1% increase in the course. And that is how you do extra credit if you are not weighting your grades. Now, if you're weighting your grades, things can get a little bit more complicated, but it's still definitely possible to add in extra credit. In this instance, you can do in a very similar manner to what we did in the previous instance. You can create an assignment. We'll call this one extra credit as well, worth 0 points, and put it in one of your existing categories and add however many points. So in this case, if we gave 10 points, we're saying this is about 1% of the grade because the category is worth 200 points. However, something to notice in the meantime is until you have point values assigned into the category, the extra credit is not going to count the way that you expect. So if a student doesn't have any points in discussion leader or in participation and attendance, then whatever you put into extra credit is going to count as if it were the full amount of this and not count properly. Now the other option, instead of putting it in an existing group as a 0 point assignment, so let's go ahead and delete that, you can actually create an entire assignment group named extra credit and make it worth whatever percentage of the grade. So if you want to give an extra credit assignment that gives a 1% bump to their grade, you could make a category worth 1% of their grade. And within that category, you could then create an extra credit assignment. Now here's the difference. When you are putting it in its own category, Canvas only counts a category if it is worth some number of points. So in this instance, we need to make the extra credit assignment worth points. And just for sake of ease, we use 100 on everything. I'm going to make it worth 100 points because no matter how many points I make it worth, it's still going to only count towards 1% of their total grade. And this is the place where the fact that Canvas doesn't count a category until there are points assigned to a student within that category is useful to us. Because if a student doesn't do this extra credit, they just don't have access to this 1% total. Now be aware, in terms of running totals, this will skew grades throughout the semester. It's just something that that happens in any sort of automated grade system where you're adding extra credit. So before you have these exams put in, if the exams category is missing, it's just going to take every category that's left and calculate the grade based on that. So this 1% will all of a sudden be worth a little bit more than 1% of the grade. So that is something to be aware of when your students are looking at their grades as you add extra credit throughout the semester. We hope that this Canvas minicast was helpful to you. The CITL offers additional Canvas minicasts, live and recorded webinars. We offer face-to-face workshops and in-person consulting as well if you need any more help along the way.